Good evening and welcome to another live stream from a home in Italy. For those of you who don't know, my name is David Benton, and together with my wife Silvana, we've been helping lots and lots of people over the years buy, restore, and move to beautiful Abruzzo. How are you doing this evening? I was really excited and I was really up for everything, and we're having a problem getting our Meet the Home Buyer online for some strange reason. We did a test a couple of hours ago, and I don't know what's happening. I'm absolutely gutted. We are trying. Tony is in the background. Let me just quickly show him. There he is, looking all official. He doesn't know that we showed that. So he's desperately trying to get our Meet the Home Buyer. I'm so upset. I really hope she can come on. I've been dying to get Lorraine on here for such a long time, and she's finally on. Tony, if you can mention Lorraine sending me vocal message, it's no good now because I can't listen to vocal message. If you could just send her a quick message to say that. So we are going to try and get our Meet the Home Buyers on. So we'll keep doing everything as we would do normally. In a worst case scenario, then we have to switch this to a Q&A session. Hopefully we won't have to do that. But there you go. How are you? How's things? And I was in such a good mood as well. Spring has sprung. The skies are blue. I was going to go out and sing along in the garden as well this morning. It was so, because I must admit, we've had such a grey, miserable winter. And it isn't usually like this. Usually winters are blue skies, cold, but usually blue skies. But it's been really miserable. And now the weather's fantastic. So I was excited. And now I'm a little bit gutted. But hopefully, Tony, the producer, which unfortunately he's back, but hopefully he will be able to sort it out and get something up and running. So tonight we may have Lorraine, we may not. We will have a stunning photo of the week. Tony is back. Yeah, exactly. And we're having half of Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. What do I mean by half? I mean, Domenico's not very well, so he can't make. He's got a temperature apparently, and here in Italy it's called a febbre, and it's a huge thing. I mean, this is man flu at its worst, because if an Italian man has a febbre, then it is, we're talking, so it's just something so serious. So he's got a temperature, bless him. So he may even be watching this, but we will get Tony on to do his version of the tongue twisting trials. So you're going to be guessing from Tony's unique Italian style the name of the film. We'll do that shortly. Let me just quickly bring him on, see if he's having any luck. Tony.
Hello. Hello there.
Are you having any luck with Lorraine?
Yeah, I've just been in conversation with her. I've sent her another link.
Have you?
So she's rebooted and done everything else, unplugged it, switched it back on again. So she's going to try another new link.
Okay, we'll bring you back in a sec. So there you go. I really hope I'll be absolutely good, because it is also Festa della Donna this week on Saturday. So it's International Women's Day, isn't it? And what better can we do than bring a single lady on who's so brave and done everything online and not seen the place before and bought it, done everything else. Lorraine, we need to send some good vibes, so we need to get her on tonight. I really, really hope it's going to happen. Let's go through a few notices before we do that. So remember, if you're looking to rent a property here in Abruzzo, remember to get in touch with our friends at Renting Abruzzo. Contact them. There's an email address on there, rentingabruzzo@gmail.com, and there's also details of their YouTube channel if you want to look at some of the properties that they're renting, whether it's short-term rents or 12 months rents. Get in touch with them and see what they've got available. That might be absolutely perfect for you. Tony, just to let you know, I'm not seeing any numbers. I don't know if you put in any chats up yet, or he's just putting his hands up like this. Is no idea. We've got the gremlin. The gremlins are here tonight. I really do feel like I should if I reboot everything, something may work. I might try that. I've just mentioned to Lorraine that we'll try that as a last minute thing. we'll do a full reboot, but we'll try that in a second. Okay, so what else am I going to say? I'm going to talk about Patreon for 1 second. Remember, I did speak briefly about the Patreon pages. Patreon is doing so well for people because people are getting the early access to the Saturday property videos, but they're also getting unseen videos and videos that usually come to me for me to check certain properties. And there's lots of people that's buying from Patreon. Absolutely fantastic. We also have a chat room on there as well. If you are interested, there is a cost to it. Unfortunately, Patreon, that's the way Patreon works. And also it helps cover some expenses. It's 14 euros per month, which is, I wrote this down, which is €3.23 per week. Not bad, is it? But it is a great community. So if you are, this is for people that are ready to go, that are looking for something and they are ready to go. This will be for you. So yeah, if you are interested in Patreon, then yeah, give this go and visit the website and you can find some links from Patreon. The other thing I want to tell you about the tours. Let's bring that up. 2025 tour dates. This is the first part of the year. March has completely sold out. May the 8th and 9th, we've still got 5 spaces left. So if you're interested, then go onto the website www.homeinitaly.com and click on tours, and you will find it on there. You can book. So May the 8th and 9th, just 5 spaces left. And then May I can't see because of, oh yeah, there it is, 29th and 30th, we have 13 spaces left. So if you are interested in the tours, great time of year to come. We don't do through the summer because it just gets too hot. Then we have confirmed, I don't know if you've seen, but we have confirmed when I find them, we've confirmed the autumn 2025 tour dates. It is available on our website. So again, go onto the website, click on tours, and you can now book the autumn dates. So they are September the 25th and 26th, October 23rd and 24th, and November 8th and 7th. 8th and 7th, 6th. I'm going blind. 6th and 7th. So they are available to book. Go into the website. People have already started booking them. I haven't done any advertising at the moment. People have just, I may have put something on YouTube. I can't remember. But people are starting to book those. So it is available for you to do that. So jump on there and get those booked. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Lisa, who found this week's error of the week. I think that's what I'm going to call it. On all the publicity for the Meet the Home Buyers, apparently I spelled home buyers wrong. So Lisa is the one that found it. Obviously, I did it on purpose. It was, part of the thing. So well done, Lisa. You've won the Error of the Week competition. Is that a competition? Anyway. So I do apologize. I've got all this publicity around saying Meet the Home Buyers or something like that. But there you go. I did that on purpose. What else have I got to say? Tony, I don't know if you mentioned it to Lorraine because I still can't see that she's come on. I will reboot the whole thing and then we'll send links. I'll try sending a link and then you send a link again. I'll do that in a second just in case I disappear off the screen. I feel like nobody's talking, Tony. Is there some people chatting? People have got to be out there, surely. Oh yeah, I can see people that are chatting away there. Lewis, po body's nerfect, Dave. That's quite funny for him, actually. That's quite funny for you, Lewis. That's not bad. That made me smile. Okay, let's do what we're gonna do. I'm feeling all nervous now. I was so relaxed before, and everything was under control, but I can see Tony now in the little screen pulling his hair out trying to do this. Tone, I think the best thing to do is to tell that I will reboot shortly, and we will try and do that. So what else do I want to say? We're going to do stunning photo of the week. Of the week goes to Chris. Chris, it's not Abruzzo, but I'm getting into sort of springs here. I'm getting into holiday mode. And when he sent me this photograph, he came to Italy a few months ago, and I just thought, yes, look how spectacular Italy is. Just look. It is. I haven't been here yet. I haven't been to the Amalfi Coast yet. I've been to Sorrento, and to be honest with you, I wasn't that bothered. Sorrento did nothing for me, to be honest with you. And I know lots of people are going to be screaming at me out there, but it did absolutely nothing. But I really want to do the Amalfi Coast. So this looks like it's Positano. What a great photo. And it just put me in the mood, ready for summer, especially because now the colors are beautiful. The greens are starting to come through again. There's snow left on the mountains. Everything just looks amazing. So that's stunning photo of the week out of the way. Thank you so much, Chris. I've got loads of pictures that I'm going to be going. So yeah, please just keep sending them in. Keep sending them in. And Lorraine, I can see Lorraine. Lorraine is. I can see her on a little screen. She's got a smile. I'm so happy. Lorraine is in the house. I am so relieved. That is fantastic. I'm really, really happy. So we'll be bringing Lorraine on shortly. That means for once in my life, I have to say thank you to Tony because he must have done something. Tone, what did you do?
Just went like that.
Yeah.
Simple.
You did the old technical.
Yeah. Just press
Turn it
the
off
right
and turn it
buttons.
back on again.
You never press the right buttons, do you? So.
No, that must be what it is. That must be what it is. I am so happy. I can't wait to get Lorraine on. She's a complete. What can I say about Lorraine? Whenever I see Lorraine's messages to me, when she WhatsApp me every now and then, they're fantastic because she cheers me up. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Whoever lays out loads of stunning things on the side of a bus must be okay now.
And I will be showing people pictures of that. Thanks for spoiling. Thanks for doing the spoiler, Tom. Unbelievable, isn't it? Anyway, are you ready for? I should have done this before. Let me get you off again because
what am I doing?
You've been on here for too long. Anyway, let's do. We're all over the place. I don't even know what day it is anymore now. Okay, I'm going to hide that. It's time for just Tony's tongue twisting trial. And here he is. There you go. You've had your introduction.
David, you doing okay?
Why does it say join us on Patreon, get early access to? It should say Domenico and Tony's tongue twist. Why do you he keeps changing it?
No, it's not me.
Well, it must be Lorraine then. Tell Lorraine to stop pressing buttons. I'm only joking, Lorraine, if you can hear me. I'm sure you can hear me. She's holding her hands up like this. Okay, so it's just Tony's tongue twisting trial because poor old Domenico has got.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So he's the equivalent. He's the English equivalent of somebody that lives down south. Definitely, because up north in England, if we get a cold or flu or anything, we just put our big coats on.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is, Dave? He's not having enough of this, is he?
And I've told him that as well several times. He just doesn't listen. Just doesn't listen. That's the problem. So, Tone, it's all down to you.
Oh, thanks.
You ready?
Yeah.
We need to. Yeah, I'll bring you on later as well to do it again. So, Tony is going to say in his best Italian, for those of you who've no idea what we're doing.
I've been away with grandchildren for.
He has. I didn't say it. Forgot to say that he's been in England with his grandchildren. That's why he's lost his hair.
Who said that?
Anyway, what I was saying was, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, Tony's going to read in his best Italian a line or two lines. Do you mind not talking while I'm talking? The idea is you stay quiet and I talk, and then you talk and I stay quiet. He's going to read two lines from a famous film in Italian, and then he's going to come at the end of the show again and do it again, and only on the second go you can have a go at guessing the film. Right, you ready, Tom? I've just sent it in now. Seen it for the first time. I need to tell you in what style you're going to do this. So it's the style of. Sorry,
Al Capone or
no. You are male this time. So and it's not a desperation. It's a how can we say? It's a you're sort of dreaming, but you know the reality is never going to be that.
That's my life.
Well, just speak naturally then.
Just normal.
so just say it normally. Hopefully your wife's not watching. Okay, go for it.
Okay, well, I've got to stop laughing now.
It's not going well tonight, is it?
Okay. Lì che voglio vivere il resto della mia vita, un posto caldo senza memoria.
that that wasn't very good.
Wasn't it?
And
I won't be
what's
doing
a
it again because I was half
what's a
laughing.
rosto?
Oh, right. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll hold it back here. I'll do it again.
No, don't bother. Bye. Anyway, he'll be coming on later, folks. Don't worry, I'm not being cruel. He will come on later, and he will he will have another go at if anybody gets it from this, it's going to be it's going to be amazing. Anyway, let's get rid of Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Tone, feel free to put things on the screen. It's time. It's time to bring Laraine on. Are we ready? Here she is. Good evening.
Good evening.
What happened?
Buonasera.
Buonasera. What happened? We had technical problems.
The story of my life, like Tony said. That's live TV.
Oh well, I am so happy that you're on. I'm absolutely thrilled that you're on. I've been wanting to get you on for quite a while, and you said to me today that, and bearing in mind, which I forgot to mention earlier, it is Festa della Donna, isn't it, on Saturday? So we're talking. We're trying to. You said to me that you want to convince ladies from all over the world that are thinking about doing what you do tonight. You want to convince them all to do it. Is that right?
Yes. If I can do it, and you can do it. Trust me.
Perfect. Well, we're going to tell your story, obviously, as we go on. We'll no doubt there'll be a few people asking questions as well. I want to do a little introduction because you did something on the last tour that we did. You didn't come on a tour. We'll talk about your story shortly. But not the last tour, but it was a tour last year. I can't remember when it was. And we'd gone with the group to go and see a house. I came back to one of the coaches that we were on to find something under the coat, and I had no idea what this thing was. And I came back. Let me find this. Let's see if I can get. And I found this. This word "stunning" written on pizza boxes. Basically, I had no idea what on earth, who done this, what. Until then, you suddenly came jumping out of the. I'm not going to say jumping out of the bushes. That sounds a bit dodgy, but jumping out from the other side. And I couldn't believe that you'd done this. And not only have you done it here, but you sent me photographs the other day, which I just want to share with people. Then you can tell us about this craze. Here's another one at the side of the road. I think that is near to Raiano as well. Then you sent me another one. That's definitely in Raiano. And then you sent me another fantastic one, which is, let me find it, is this one, which I think is in Pacentro, is it?
Well done. Yes, Centro.
I couldn't believe this is you, Lorraine. I know we have met. We've met briefly once, haven't we? But I love you for doing things like this. It cheers some of the messages that I get, and this kind of thing sums you up all over. I think, even though I've known you for very little time, absolutely brilliant. Always puts a smile on my face. So what? How many pizzas did you have to eat to do that then?
Several. I had visitors during that trip, so we had no problem eating pizza.
So it wasn't just you then?
Wine, not just me.
Brilliant. Okay, so introduce yourself to everybody. Tell everybody where you're from, and then we'll get started on your story.
I'm from the U.S. Presently, I live in Texas.
Okay.
I'm taking your lead. I don't want to talk too much.
You're waiting for me to say, aren't you? So
following your lead.
You were very nervous earlier, weren't you? You were saying to me you want it to be perfect. It will be perfect because it's you. So it's going to be absolutely perfect. Don't worry about it. So currently living in Texas, you say. So when did the idea of buying abroad or buying in Italy, when did all of that come about, and how did it come about?
My career was with British Airways. So the first time I went to Europe in the early 80s, I just felt like I was in my second home. And I thought someday I'll be able to buy a place. It was a dream. I didn't think it would ever be possible. And now I just turned 65, and I thought it's time to start dreaming again. And I started researching about 3 years ago. I was researching several countries in Europe. Then I came upon your videos. Well, Italy was also something I was researching, and I saw that they had the 7% tax and stuff like that, safe country, low cost of living. I didn't know about Abruzzo until I came across your videos.
Okay.
And once I started watching you and I researched you, I did a background check and all that. I thought,
I hope
wow,
you
this
don't. I
guy's
hope you
legit.
didn't go too deep, did you? It was just a basic.
Just the basic. This guy's
No
legit.
FBI stuff or anything like that. No, there was nothing.
Well, don't look over your shoulder, Dave.
Yeah.
Watch out.
So you started doing your research and then watching the video. So where did it? Had you been to Italy before, and had you been to Abruzzo before?
Very briefly, I went to Rome. It was just a weekend thing. You know, when you're young, you do those things. Let's go to Rome for the weekend. We were in London. Let's visit Rome. Let's go visit here. Let's visit there. But it was not really on my radar.
Right.
But, the more research I did, the more it was on my radar.
Okay. And then it happened. And then you saw a particular video, and how did you get from, like many other people, but how did you get from sort of this dream to all of a sudden thinking, I'm going to buy a place in Italy that I've never been to, don't know this person from anywhere? Where did all that come from?
I'm a big avid reader. I bought books. I did a lot of research. I was watching your videos, and I was watching other videos as well about Italy. And I was looking at my finances, and I thought, oh, wow, I've been saving money all this time, and I can afford this. I'm going to do it. And I took the plunge. I did it, and I am so grateful and so happy. I don't want to leave Italy. I don't want to go back to America, especially with everything that's happening there now. I'm not going to get into politics or religion or anything like that, but I'm just ready to split. I'm ready to live here. It feels like my home.
Right.
And yeah, it's a great place.
Brilliant. So you're actually in Italy at the moment, aren't you? And the town that you chose, the house that you chose, what was it about? I'm going to show a couple of pictures of the house, but obviously it's in Raiano, the property that you bought. So I'm going to show people just a couple of pictures of, even though we've seen pictures of Raiano before. Obviously on our videos we do a little bit of a walk around the town, not much, but then we go on into the property. What captured you about the town, would you say, from that first video?
Initially, I didn't, well, oh my God, the beauty, the splendor, the fact that, and I did some research on Raiano. It had the train station, it had the buses, it was centrally located, so I could go to all different places in Italy from Raiano. It was flat. I thought about aging. Should I move here full time? It will be easy. It's not up and down. You know, I walked up Rocca Casale the other day and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm not sure about doing this at age 90, 95. So Raiano was a perfect fit for me at the time.
Okay. And what was it about obviously I'm just going to show people, this is the old town of Raiano, isn't it? And your properties, I think it's pretty much a right turn, I think, at this point. So it's very close to the old town. I'll show people the house in a second, but once you thought, yes, this is it, and then obviously we went through the process of buying the property, which we'll go through shortly. When you got to Raiano, how did you feel then when you got here for the first time?
It was more spectacular, more splendorous than I could ever imagine. I was awestruck, like everyone else says. My God, it was such a home run hit to buy in Raiano. And I thank you for that, obviously. Dave, you have a good feel for people. And from our conversations, you sort of knew what I needed based upon what my criterion was. So I like the fact that it was a small town. I love that it was close to Sulmona, culture, museums, restaurants. 5-minute drive and you're there, or a bus ride or a train ride. Lots of other little towns here. I love the fact that I could just walk out my door, probably walk about 12 seconds and be on a walking path, hiking path. And it seems safe, and the people are so friendly. The men in particular, oh my, everyone knows you're here. They know I'm here before I'm here. Somehow word gets out. And it's a great place. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, you decided to buy the property online. How did you feel about the whole online thing? You'd seen the video, we had a chat, and then you decided this is it. I'm going for it. How did you feel? Did you feel nervous at any time, or how did you feel throughout the process?
I was nervous about separating with my money because of the mindset to save all your life. And it's, it's the first time that I've actually said, let me just give them my money. Let me just take some money out and go for the plunge. I wasn't that nervous. You do everything. You do all the paperwork. You do all the, Silvana. God bless Silvana. She's amazing. I shout out to Silvana, but you made it so easy. All I had to do was give you a little bit of money, and before I knew it, I had a key.
Yeah,
so
I mean that's that. Me and Silvana speak often about whether we would do it, and I'm quite a sort of between the two of us. When we got I'm quite gung ho. If there's something I want to buy, Silvana will think about it, study it, everything else, and really sort of hold me back, and possibly quite rightly so with some things. And even though I'm quite daring, I still don't know if I could do what so many people do. And it's that thing of, for us at this side, it's so strange because we just send you, send you information out, say, send your money here, send this money there, and obviously we're giving you, to us, we know, because we know who the notary is, we know what it looks like, we know how it all sort of thing. So to us, it's not just a bank account. We're sending you bank accounts and saying, send this money there, send that money there. Was there at any point any of your friends over there or anybody that just said, stop? What are you doing? Was there anybody that, or did you sometimes think maybe I'm doing the wrong thing at any point?
I never thought I was doing the wrong thing at any point. I was nervous here and there. Friends who know me, they know that I like to take the plunge. And once I've made up my mind, they know that I also research. I research in detail. I went through the emotions that Silvana goes through before I actually said yes to buying. Do I deserve this? Is it too expensive? Should I be doing this? And keep in mind, I also get airline flights for the rest of my life, free airline flights. So I thought I can go back and forth whenever I want because I get the benefits from British Airways. So I thought, what am I losing? Just go for it. I didn't buy a palace, so it wasn't that much money.
Well, you sort of bought part of it. You bought part of a palace, almost. I would say a palazzo. So Sherry's just saying, just as I was just about to say that, Troy's just saying a big shout out to Silvana. I suppose we have to give shout out to Silvana, considering it is National Women's Day on Saturday. So yes, it's right to be doing that. And also to Domenico's wife Sylvia, she deserves a big shout out. So Tony just took off the thing that I was going to. I think Sherry had asked a question, Tony. If you could bring that back up for me, if he's still here, if he's not asleep. Here we go. So Sherry's saying, I'm a single lady, so I will be doing this on my own. Is it safe for a single woman to take this on? What would be your advice?
Sherry, I am a single lady at the present time, and I say go for it. You can do it. There's a lot of single ladies here. I've met a few people that have also bought properties from America and other places, and it seems as though a lot of women are doing it. I don't know what you say about that, Dave, but I'm running into a lot of single ladies who are doing this.
Yep.
You can single do it.
And I would say I don't even know if I've had one single man. I don't. Possibly, maybe one or two. But yes, single ladies. Obviously, there must be some attraction there. I don't know what that could be. I'm joking. But no, but joking aside, yeah, quite a few people are people are brave. But I don't want to say it's even braver for a woman to, because it's horrible to say that. I might get myself in trouble. And I don't mean that. But I think as a couple, as any single, as a couple, you've got somebody to blame if it goes wrong. You've got somebody to, doing all these things on your own. It is a huge thing in your own country, let alone a foreign country. But you've certainly settled into Raiano, as you've told me. told me a few times. So what do you think of some of the locals and some of the old owners of the properties? Or I think of the property you bought, I think you've met as well. How's things going with them?
Sorry, excuse me. My first day here, the lady that the lady that owned the property met me here at the door. Somehow she knew I was here before I even arrived at the property. She came up. She didn't know much English. I hardly knew any Italian, so we used the translator back and forth. I feel like I'm a part of their family. Her brother or cousin or someone is doing my electricity work. I'm getting work done by some of her family members. And when I leave, they help me out with the place. They shut it down, they turn it on. And man, they've made it so easy. And I feel so welcome here.
Yeah,
I'm embracing the culture. I'm not coming here as an American saying, oh, why don't you have hamburgers? Where's the ketchup? And I don't expect it to be America. I expect it to be Italy. And I'm embracing that culture and I'm loving it. And they know that I'm trying. It's piano, learning Italian. And they've been wonderful. They're giving me lessons. When I speak to them, they give me lessons.
It's amazing, isn't it? That, I mean, I'm sure people that watch us regular, that watch Meet the Home Buyers, everybody says the same thing about the experience they have with the locals, and it's not put on, is it? It's there. To me, it's a huge credit, should I say, to Italians in general, and especially Italians in Abruzzo. I've heard from other Italians, it's not me saying this, but heard from other Italians that as you go further north, that things change and it becomes a little bit more like Northern Europeans and a bit more like us Brits, a bit more reserved, and we're very weary of people. But in Abruzzo, and especially the areas we deal in, everybody says the same thing, including us. When we moved here, people take you in as, and it's not a nosy thing, is it? They want to know about you, but it's a genuine. It's not that they want to be nosy for half an hour, then you never see them again. As you say, you suddenly feel part of a family, and that's the experience of that is more than anything I could sell on a video or anything else. And I find that takes over. You suddenly feel part of something special, don't you?
Yes, they're real, they're genuine. I could go into the tooth thing. I chipped a tooth and one of the locals immediately got in touch with the dentist that he uses. The dentist is from Pescara. He's back and forth between Pescara and Raiano. He came last night at 7 p.m. just to fix my tooth. And yeah.
I know when you sent me the message, I won't read the full message that you sent me, but that you were saying that it was quite a nice dentist. But anyway, we're not going into that, because I know when you text me last night and you said you chipped a tooth. What was it? Eating? What did you say? You were eating calamari or something, or eating?
Yes, calamari. It was the lemon seed, I think.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. And you seem to be not worried. Again, typical you. You seem to just skip over things and think, okay, well, that's happened, so I'll go to the dentist. And the last thing that you wrote was, let's see how that goes. And then you put no insurance and an exclamation mark. So obviously in the UK, and I'm guessing in the US, things do cost quite a lot for that kind of treatment. How did you go on? What was, well, how much was it? Let's say, was it a surprise?
I was anticipating about 600 euros, give or take. It was 80 euros to fix my tooth. And he was with me, he was working on me for about 45 minutes. 80 euros. I tried to give him 100. I said, this is wonderful. Please just take the 250s and let's let it be, because I cannot believe. And he was like, no. And he gave me back 20 and that was it. 80 euros to fix my tooth. Oh, I have to hold it in. I tell you, it's not. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Tomorrow it will just fall out. But anyway, it's I'm sure it won't. Sherry's just asking another question. I know Brad, I think Bomber Brad put a quote up before, but Sherry's saying, I have another question if you don't mind. I have mobility issues, so all the steps I see everywhere concerns me. I don't see a lot of accessibility in the videos. Am I wrong? I mean, I think you pretty much said about Raiano is quite a good location for people, I would say, with mobility issues, isn't it? It's quite it is pretty much flat, isn't it?
It is for the most part. Yeah, you might buy a place that has steps, but I don't know. It depends upon the extent of your mobility issue. I mean, they have the little chairs that actually glide up the steps if you need them, if you need something like that. But Raiano would be a perfect choice, even with the train, accessing the train, getting on and off the train. There aren't any steps or anything, so it would be a perfect place for someone with mobility issues, I would think.
Yeah, yeah, excellent. Okay, so let's talk about the house. I'm not going to play the video. I just want to show, and then you have to tell me what it was that attracted you to the house. The photographs I've got, I'm just going to read what Brad's saying. Your Italian friends become part of your, is that protectors? They watch out for you and help in the way, in any way they can. And it is, I mean, it's a great point. Brad, again, bought in Bomber. And the thing is I keep saying this, but everybody says this. It's not just something that's put on, and it's incredible. And I agree with that. They do sort of become your protectors, don't they? They're very caring over you, which I think, again, is just huge credit, as I was saying earlier, to the Italian way. I think it's lost on I think in the UK and possibly the US and other countries around the world. It was maybe like that a number of years ago, but that seems to have all gone now, doesn't it? And whereas here it's still alive and kicking, thankfully, and not just with the old folks, with the young kids, with the teenagers, and anything else. The respect is still there, which I think is amazing. So going onto your house, the photographs I've got are from before you got in there, so it's probably changed things around. But let me just put. You say you didn't buy a palace, but let's say you sort of did. You bought part of a palazzo. So when you first came, I mean, obviously we did the video, but when you walked down the street and got to your house, what was going through your mind?
I thought, oh my, I'm leaving Texas today. I'm never going back. I was awestruck, dumbstruck. I looked up and I said, that's all mine. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to, then immediately it's like, okay, I need to redo this front door. I need to do this. I need to do that. Bring it back to its original splendor. But it's in fantastic shape. It's in wonderful condition. Yeah. And when I think about the price that I paid, which you can feel free to tell them, I don't care. Wow, I did get a palace.
I can't really remember actually, because it was about a year ago, wasn't it? I can't remember the price in total.
Would you like me to say?
Yeah, that's fine.
It was 53, and with everything in, it was about 63.5.
So, and the condition of this place, yeah. I mean, this door obviously it opens up to some other apartments as well, doesn't it? But you've got, if I remember rightly, have you got 2 storage rooms as soon as you go through that door on the left? Is it 1 or 2 storage? 2, I think, isn't it?
2 storage, 2 little cantinas.
And then you head upstairs. I'm just showing the palazzo from the other side. So you're sort of the middle flat. My mouse is there now. I think it's these 2 newer windows. I think the 3 windows. 3
on the bottom and the 1 on the upper right top.
1 on the one up here. Yeah, okay.
That room is amazing. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I think that's what sold the place, wasn't it? Because it had been modernized. Obviously, the room at the top, which we'll show people in a second, but the condition was great. This is even had air conditioning as well, didn't it? So this is I'll let you explain what this is.
Okay, when you walk up the steps to the first floor, that would be, I guess, when it was a palazzo, that would be an entrance hall.
Yeah.
And I'm using that I have a couch and a TV in the little alcove area with a nice reading chair in the corner, and I'm done. That's it. Straight ahead is the bedroom. To the left is the kitchen. The first opening you see on your left is the washroom, and washing machine room, then the bathroom. Okay, so I'll show people that obviously this is the kitchen where you're sat now.
Which again was in great condition, wasn't it? You could move in, and well, you have done. You started moving in there straight away. So kitchen. This was the main bedroom. Is this still a bedroom? It is still a bedroom for the time being. I'm getting work done on the upper room, so until that's done, that will be the bedroom. Okay. Then let's look in the bathroom. The huge bathroom. So this is, are you planning on doing any changes in here?
Well, that's more like a dance hall than a bathroom. It's so large.
It
I'm thinking of putting I'm thinking of putting a tub in with a shower,
Okay.
new toilet and bidet, and that's about it.
Okay.
Little knickknacks here and there, storage item things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it the way it is.
Superb. And then this is what, tell us about this. Where's the, this is upper level again, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, that is, wow. When I walked into that room, it was larger than it was even on video. I'd say that it's about 30 by 20, maybe. It's
Right.
huge, and I get a great view of the mountain range from the window that you're looking at there.
Yeah.
I might make that a large efficiency, a bedroom / efficiency, Lorraine's private space, or, you know, when people are visiting, they can have either the downstairs or the upstairs, so that we can separate a little, because you don't want to be with each other 24/7. I'm somewhat of an introvert, so I need my time to a degree.
Superb. So the property, again, when you came out, you'd seen it on the video so many times. So when you came out, obviously walking down the street, you said you thought, wow. When you went inside, was it everything you expected?
It was everything and more. My mouth was like this. I couldn't believe it. It was, everything's in really good condition. I was very lucky that I got it from the people that I did, because they kept it in tip-top condition. And Dave, you know, you did it all. You did it all. You made my dream come true. You really did. And I thank you for that.
That's
all of you listening. It's amazing. Amazing.
That's really kind of you say, and it's an absolute pleasure as well. We love this part of the job. We love when people enjoy where they live. I always say this to people: we're never responsible, because everybody's responsible for the decisions that they make. But because the kind of people that we are, we do feel responsible about, and we do, especially when people buy things blind and they're going by everything that I say, and it's sort of it is different, and it's always a huge relief when somebody comes out for the first time and sees a place and loves the place. And I think, again, you text me quite often anyway, which is great. And like as I said to you today, I love getting your messages. But I think the messages that you sent when you arrived here was just sort of, and I knew from that you were excited about it all, which is absolutely fantastic. So that makes our life much better as well. But it's a business of ours, but it means so much when people like yourself say the comments that you do. So obviously you stayed in the house straight away. Getting around, you came. I mean, you hired. Have you hired a car? You've hired a car, haven't you? So.
Yeah, well, I've been here 3 times. The first time I did not, because I wanted to live like a local and see what it was like to have to use the train and the buses and everything else. And it was great. But as far as shopping goes, I had to get some big ticket items. So I've been renting a car since. I've been here twice. And by the way, ladies, if you've driven in big cities in the USA, Italy is easy, especially the Autostrasse. I mean, even going up into the mountains and stuff, you just have to use common sense and, you know, obey the speed. And if people are passing you and annoyed because you're going the speed limit and they want to go over the speed limit, fine. But I feel so safe here. And
that's
the other day
from Rome as well, isn't it? Did you hire the car?
Yeah.
Did you hire a car in Rome and drive across from Rome?
I hired it in Rome. I did have one crying episode because my Google Maps crashed. And then I remembered that I had the Waze app. By the way, use Waze, W-A-Z-E. They're much better than Google Maps, especially here. Waze.
You told me about that. I've never seen that. I'll have a look at that.
They even tell me when there's police and, you know, when they have their radar out and that sort of thing.
Oh, that's quite good to
that's
know.
a nice thing. Yes.
Definitely. So Angry Otter is saying, Lorraine, if you are not driving, I'm presuming saying not driving to Italy, is it easy to get to the smaller towns, or are you kind of stuck at the main hub? So if you didn't have a car, would you say that you're stuck in the big towns, or?
No, you can take buses and trains, and it can be a little task intensive. You just have to be just be aware, if you get off at the wrong stop or you go to the wrong place, another bus will always come.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you get into the wrong place, I've driven to the wrong places and I've gotten off at the wrong places, and I'm glad that I did. I saw bars that I liked and restaurants that I liked. I met people, people helped me. You really can't get lost here. Trust me. The signage is really good, and it's easy.
And I think also in the area where you are in Raiano, I always say to people, if people are dead, if they need public transport, it's better to be at that side. I say it all the time. But I mean, even to get to places like Vittorito, there's a bus to get to Vittorito, isn't there? It seems to do a circle. It seems to sort of start Popoli, Vittorito, Raiano, and then on to, and then moving around the other smaller towns until then you get to Sulmona, and then it seems to come back on itself again, doesn't it? So I think, you know, getting right. I do think, and you could tell me what you think about this. I think because Abruzzo is not just about one town or one place, it's about the whole place, which we're going to talk about in a minute. It is a shame you don't have to have a car, but it is a shame not to have at some point during your holiday, isn't it? Even if you're here for a few weeks and you maybe think, well, I'll hire a car just for a few days. Would you agree with that? Is it do you like going out and about in the car as well?
I totally agree. I was driving around with someone else who bought a property here who didn't have a car today, and we got lost, but it was no big deal. And we saw some places we wouldn't have seen, and it's easy. The signage is easy. I get lost because I don't pay attention sometimes. I'm so concerned about the road that I'm not looking at the signs. But then you get to know the mountains, you get to know the towns close by. I know when I see Rocca Casali that I'm in Raiano, basically. And it's funny, you get to know the different towns and you can use those as landmarks.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, while we're talking about traveling around, I'm getting a cough coming. Excuse me. So, you obviously said to people that you spent what you did on the Palazzo, and it was a bargain property that you were really happy with. And what were you doing in this place today then? Would you like to share with everybody? This is my hometown on the other side of the mountains. First of all, when you said you were coming here, I thought you were coming to hunt me down. But luckily I was out of the office. No, I'm only joking.
Bottles of red wine, I was trying to find someone to drink it with.
Well, if you'd have told me that, I would have had the day off, definitely. So obviously this is Palombaro, the other side of the mountains. Would you like to share what's going off in your mind at the moment?
Initially, I was looking at a property that you posted about a year ago. And when I told you that what my needs were, that I needed transport and buses and easy access should I not have a car, Raiano came up. That property still stayed in the back of my mind. And I thought, well, I haven't met I had a budget and I didn't spend all the money that I had the budget for. So I thought, once again, it's time to start spending your money and to enjoy life. So I decided to buy the place in Palombaro on the other side of the mountain as well. And I'm so glad I did. When I drove there, I went over the mountain and through the woods to grandmother's house, whatever. But it was such a beautiful drive. And all the flowers were blooming. And Palombaro has another drawer that Raiano does not have. I like the beaches that are across from Palombaro. I like that area. So I thought I have the beach side and I have the mountain side. Although Palombaro has both, I decided to pull the plug and buy this place in Palombaro as well.
Which is fantastic.
That would be my escape from Raiano when it gets to be too much. I'll go to Palombaro for the weekend. Too many people knocking on the door.
So we're going to, I mean, obviously we'll do, because we'll get another update from you in future, as we usually do. We usually have a follow-up with our Meet the Home Buyers. So I'm not going to show photographs of Palombaro yet, because we're still getting to which, you know, you're going to be getting that really soon. So again, when you said you were coming over, and I said to you last week, because we have had some miserable weather, haven't we, recently, and it's which is very unusual for you. If you get a grey, miserable day for a couple of days, and then it's usually like it has been. But it's been strange this. And I said to you last week, please don't. 'Cause I didn't want you to come to this side last week because you couldn't even see the mountains. I think you'll agree when you're in Palombaro, you're so close to the mountains, aren't you? And the scenery is stunning when you get to this side as well, isn't it?
It's like an ice cream cone. I'm ready to like grab it and to eat it. I mean, it's right there. It's right there, and it's snowing up now, and it's so majestic, so beautiful. I was looking at all those little knitting things all over Palombaro, and what's funny is you've shown videos of that before. It kind of reminded me of dolls in houses, like when you go into a room and the lady has all these dolls. It kind of freaks me out a little. But then when I saw this in person, I thought, oh, this is wonderful. This is so sweet. And wow, town. What a town. What a beautiful town. I didn't realize it was up on a hill like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Palombaro is great. You can see all around. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, I mean, you came into Palombaro on the wind. I'm not sure which way you came in, but if you go out sort of the Carsally way, it's one of those towns. I could live on the top of a mountain, not on my own, because I do like to talk and I like company, but it doesn't bother me being a drive away from anything. I don't care. I love driving anyway. And this was our sort of compromise because my wife loves the beach and she loves that kind of thing, which I do as well, but she likes it much more than me. But I think with Palombaro, if somebody dropped you there in a helicopter, you would think, where on earth am I? And then once you're here and realize how easy it is to get around, it is a great location as well, isn't it?
Very much so. I mean, Penny
Piedimonte, yeah.
Cassoli or whatever. What's that town? Cassoli?
Cassoli, yeah.
It's called.
Yeah, Cassoli.
I'm a little bit nervous, so yeah, my mind isn't working like it should. But the drive over the mountain and around and about with Waze was wonderful. I would have never figured it out without the Waze app, but I'm so glad that it took me the circuitous route over there because it was absolutely beautiful. I mean, there were drops on both sides. I thought if I was a teen here, I was wild as a teen. If I was a teen, I'm not sure that I would have survived my teen years here. I probably would have driven right off the road or something, but absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I loved it, loved it.
So now, so your confidence is up, you bought one and you thought, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to, and so I'm presuming you are looking forward to having the two sides, because I think the two sides we've been the last few Meet the Home Buyers and the last few that's been on with for the tours, they've spoken a lot about, I call it my side of the mountains, even though I love the other side as well. They are completely different, aren't they? They're both amazing. I think it's hard to choose from one to the other, and I think what you've done to get one in each and stay within your budget and be lucky enough to have got these places is fantastic, isn't it?
I've won the lottery, and that's all because of you, Jay. I would have never done it without you.
It's nice. It was so nice of you to say.
And Silvana.
So what does the future look like for you then? Are you planning on moving out here, or are you just going to keep just traveling and doing whatever? What does it look like for you?
Well, down the line, I would like to move here full time. I still have some loose ends in the States, and I have pets that I have to think about bringing over. And I'm working a retirement job at Costco, and I needed that until I had Medicare, because British Airways pulled my benefits when I retired at 55. But that's besides the point. They're a wonderful company. They were great to work with and everything else. But now I'm at the point where I can actually say goodbye to working and start living.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been working and living here and there, but now it's just time to, enjoy life.
Yeah.
And Italy is a great place to enjoy life.
So for those people then that are thinking, I mean, obviously we've looked at all the great things and all the, how excited you've been and all the rest of it, but the realities of being here, because some people think, I'm not going to say just people from the States, because I would say anywhere, but whether from Canada, Australia, UK, anywhere in Europe, people tend to think that communities like these, like Raiano, like Palombaro, all of these places, that was out of the way. There's no services. People tend to think, what are the supermarkets just small little things that don't have much in them. Lots of people have preconceptions about these areas. So as an American coming here, for you going out in supermarkets and the rest of it, what's it like compared to where you're from?
I eat better and healthier here than I ever ate in America. And I'm pretty health conscious. I mean, I try to eat really healthy, but it's hard to get healthy stuff in America. It's filled with all these chemicals and dyes and everything else. Yeah, we have the farmer's market and this and that, but here in the small supermarkets, they have everything that you need. I tend to shop more because everything's fresh. And it gets me out, it gets me walking. The price, oh my God, it's so affordable here compared to America. I didn't mean to say, oh my God, I'm sorry, but it's so affordable, and I can live like a queen here. I'm a lower middle to middle class girl, and I can live like a queen here. I really can.
And would you say the same when you go to restaurants and that kind of thing in terms of costs compared to back in the US?
The costs, there is no comparison, none whatsoever. You can have a Michelin 5-star course meal for 25 to 30 euros, but you can have phenomenal food for 12 euros, even less sometimes. I bought a bottle of wine today. I had to get that Abruzzo wine that you keep talking about. It was $165. I'm like, are you kidding me? 165? And I haven't opened it. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to.
Brilliant. Okay, Lorraine. Well, what can I say? You've been an absolute star. Thank you so much for coming on. I really, I love your enthusiasm. Everything else, you talk about giving compliments this way. You've always been fantastic with us, and worked with us, and obviously given faith in us now with your second property, which is fantastic. And I just love I love your enthusiasm. I love everything else. All your texts, as I said to you today, is it does give me. Whenever I see one from you on a Monday morning, especially, it seems like you go through the weekend, you think of something, you think, I'll share that with Dave, and it does give it makes a great start to the week. So thank you for that as well.
Peace and love to everyone. Do it. Just do it. If you have any questions, I'm available. So that's it.
You're a star. Thank you so much. We'll definitely have another catch up soon, and I'll be in touch with you really soon. Thank you, Lorraine. Really appreciate you giving up your time. Enjoy that wine. If it's no good, you may have to spend another euro and get a good one.
Yeah, mi piacere. Is that how we say my pleasure? Mi piacere.
Yeah. That's you're almost there. Yeah.
Am I bad as Tony? No, I don't mean that, Tony. Sorry. I love you all. Do it. I can't wait to party with you here. Thank you.
Thanks, Lorraine. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks. That was a great one, wasn't it? How great is Lorraine? Absolutely, yeah. She's brilliant. Just like everybody else. Everybody else that's buying, just what can we say? I start getting emotional when I start talking about. I hate saying clients. I hate using that word clients, and it's so easy. In the job that we do, it is a job. We have to earn a living. We're a youngish family, getting on a bit now, so we obviously have to earn a living. But we do love this job, and it's all the better for people like Lorraine, for everybody else that comes on here, giving the support they do, and making the comments that do, and they still keep joining in on these live streams, even though people have bought and everything else. It's fantastic, and we really, whatever we can do the service that we're doing, we're happy to keep doing it, and it's and again, it's all down to everybody that's bought, but also you guys that sit through these things every week and support us on the channel and everything else. It is huge, and we really appreciate everything that you do. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's that time. Tony gets to come on again, doesn't he? Let's have a look. Frosh Photos. sorry, I was just about to read that comment then, Tony. It was something about restorations. We will be doing something about a restoration soon. I think Froge Photo put suggested for a future episode, introduces folks to who do renovation repairs. We have done them in the past. I will do another one because we've got a fantastic who is actually an engineer and speaks perfect English. The problem is with those kind of live streams is you get a lot of people that will come on and say, how much for this, how much for that, how much for this, how much, and it's so difficult to give that kind of thing. But I think a general thing about restorations we will do. I really want to get Jan Marco, it's called, who we work with, on here, and that it was great contact for people, and we will do that. But for now, you're stuck with this person.
Sorry.
You're eating pizza again.
I mean, it's ironic, really, but when you was talking about how Italians embrace you into their lives, my next door neighbour just rang on the doorbell and gave me pizza fritte. Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Filled pizza fritte. It was really good.
There you go, Tom. Well, let's see if you can impress everybody with your marvelous Italian.
Yeah.
So get ready, everybody. Tony is going
I'm a bit calmer now.
Tony is now going to say a line from a film, and you've got to guess the film. There's no way anybody can get this. This is. I mean, it's a very famous film, but we're doing it just in Italian because there's no Domenico because he's not very well, bless him. Tony, are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Go for it.
Che voglio vivere il resto della mia vita. Un posto caldo senza memoria.
Okay, let's see. Is anybody get it? Is anybody going to get it from? It's usually a YouTuber.
Okay. I must admit, the wine's kicking in a bit.
Yeah.
And now I've got pizza fritte. So,
Nobody's got it up to now. Nobody's got it up to now. Is this one to me this week? Is it one to me? I'm going to give it another minute and then we're going because it's definitely one for me. Nobody has got this. I can tell somebody's now on Google Translate. I'm going to say, have we got? No. I thought they were talking about you there, Tony. I'm right there with you. Another single lady. Anybody's got it? Nobody's.
No. Well, I'm not surprised.
No. Nobody's got it. So I won this week. I won this week. I'm going to say it in English and just see if anybody. No, Ocean's 11. It's not Ocean's 11. See if anybody gets it if we say it in English. So that's where I want to live the rest of my life. A warm place with no memory. That's where I want to live the rest of my life. A warm place with no memory. Which film's that from? Even though I've won this week, just to make that clear. Let's see if anybody gets it.
Well, no, because no.
Terry's Terry bought.
You haven't won, have you?
Just wait. I'm trying to say something.
I don't care.
Terry's saying, I agree with you. I'm leaving my country and will not look back. I live in Texas too. And I'm sure. Oh no, it's not. It's the wrong Terry I'm thinking about. Anyway, Terry, yes, go for it anyway. I was thinking of another Terry, I think it is, that's in Raiano. Nobody's getting it. Absolutely nobody's getting it. Under the Tuscan Sun. No. Are you ready? I'm going to say it. So this is definitely one to me. The film is the what's it called? Shawshank Redemption. Oh, somebody's got it. Brad's got. No, Brad, I'm not giving you that. No, it was mine. Brad's just jumped in and said it. Brad Harrison. We didn't get it from you. We got it from my English translation. But,
no, I doubt that very much.
But
Doncaster, where does that help?
My Yorkshire accent. He got it from my Yorkshire accent. So, Brad, sorry, you can say, come on, no, it's mine this week. Mine this week. You can't claim it after it's been said in perfect Queen's English. Anyway, are you still eating? You're actually eating your pizza while you're on.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going cold.
Thanks, Tom. See you next week.
See you later.
There you go, folks. I'm just taking Brad off there because brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this one tonight. I always enjoy doing the Meet the Home Buyers. I think next week we may do a Q&A session, I think. I'll see. Or we may do a couple of Meet the Home Buyers, or we may even do a revisited Meet the Home Buyers. Let me have a little think about it, and we'll decide, and I'll put the publicity on as normal, as usual, should I say. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. As usual, really, really appreciate the support that you give us. As I said earlier, it is fantastic. We really do appreciate it. Have an amazing week, and to all the ladies out there, enjoy Festa delle Donne, as they say here in Italy. Enjoy your day on Saturday, which I'm sure you will. And thanks again to Lorraine. If you're still watching, I'm sure you are. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you again same time next week.